when you're losing your ground, till the afterglow, the afterglow.
Fading away, you look so great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd.
Pressure is your best enemy. Spotlights show what I wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack. You just can't break free. I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your ground, till the afterglow, the afterglow. I'll be there when you fall, when you're losing it all. In the afterglow, in the afterglow. Whoa!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday night. It is the go home show to the Royal Rumble, and it is me, Chris Best, rocking alongside Bubba Duke this weekend. Bubba, how are we doing tonight?
I am pumped, ready for not only this show, but tomorrow night as well.
Yeah, this is going to be one hell of a show as we got Damian Priest walking through the building right now.
Yeah, it's going to be a show. So we have two friends in the building tonight. We have Bulkster is right across from Hardcam, and Parrish is somewhere in the building as well. Lucky guys.
Yeah, I honestly can't remember what seat Parrish had told me or where he's going to be positioned.
I could tell you he is, because I have it right here. Section 105, row 7, seat 1. Aisle seat offer is where he's at. So he's on the aisle, wherever section 10 whatever 106 is.
So if we see somebody like Jey Uso coming out tonight, maybe look for him in that sense.
Right?
Well, we got Pat McAfee coming out. I guess I think he's maybe joining Cole on commentary tonight.
I mean, why wouldn't you? You're in the area because you're doing the pay-per-view. Why not?
And as I said, he was at the forefront of trying to bring the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and SummerSlam to Indianapolis.
Yeah. Could you imagine having that trifecta? Those 3 pay-per-views, 1 year, 1 place.
Yeah. The amount of money the city of Indiana would rake in. I mean, they're raking, or the city of Indianapolis, because they are I saw a news report from Fox out of Indianapolis, and they talked about just how much money they are raking in from just SmackDown and the Royal Rumble this weekend.
That, and let's not forget I heard the GWC's there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a bunch of stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
In Indy. And I mean, the guy's a hero there. Wow. Here comes my pick for the winner of tomorrow's match, Kevin Owens. So I wonder what KO is going to have to say on Mike here. I am the true champion. We already know that. He's going to whoop Cody Rhodes' butt. I already know that.
Well, I mean, Cody's my pick to take it because, I mean, you want to sell tickets to WrestleMania. Cody's that guy for that job.
You don't think KO could sell tickets? I think he could. As
In
the
Canada,
ultimate heel?
in Canada, he could, but not in the States. He wouldn't be able to, I don't think.
Oh, I think he could, depending on who he's taking on.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could sell tickets. Him and
I mean,
Roman Reigns? Why not?
I've seen enough of him and Roman Reigns headlining pay-per-views.
But here's the thing. We've had CM Punk call out Cody.
Mm-hmm.
If he retains the title and wants to take him on at WrestleMania, come on, that's going to make money. You know Cody's going to retain the title. I'm just a big dreamer.
And at the same time, though, sorry, I cut to the hard cam and I started looking for Bulkster right away. But it doesn't help that the titles are in the way of the hard cam. So
yeah, it makes it difficult. What's he wearing today? Because honestly, I want to try to get a picture of him and send it to him. So he's wearing a red shirt. Who's not wearing a red shirt there right now?
I was gonna say I see like 5 people wearing a red shirt like in his general area,
right there.
but Joe Tessitore is blocking my view of the area.
Oh, he's literally right behind the Winged Eagle title. The bottom part? Right where the guy's head is. He's right there. There he is. Yep. You can see him. Bald head. Hold on. I'm gonna mute my mic and move this in so I can take a picture. Why did they do that? He can't do that. Yeah, we knew CM Punk was going to come out. Okay, so I know where he is. I just can't get a steady camera shot to get him. He's not hard to miss. Big dude, kind of orangey ready shirt. What do you see? He's the big dude right there in the middle. You could just see him like that with his arms up.
Parrish just called me from the arena.
Did he really? I'm still trying to get a picture of the Bulkster.
I don't think he realized he called me though, because he was like cheering and talking with his friend beside him.
Pocket dial. I gotta take a picture from my phone and actually circle him. Be like, dude, is that you? I don't know if that's him though. Looks like him though. Here we go. I hope so. Would you like to see this match? Just asking everybody. KO, CM Punk.
I mean, this match is a moneymaker. I don't know if it's WrestleMania money, though. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that based on the fact that whoever wins the Royal Rumble may not actually be in the main event, because the rumor's still persisting that it's going to be Rock and Roman at Mania headlining. So,
Well, either way, you're gonna one of the two nights you're gonna be the main event.
right.
Unless Cody turns heel, I don't want to see him wrestle Punk. Oh, excuse me. You know what I mean?
But you could do one of those babyface versus babyface, like respect feuds, you know?
I want to drag out
Those,
Brawl.
those almost turn into one of the guys turning heel, though. I mean, I think the last time we had one of those maybe was WrestleMania 21, and they had Eddie and Ray were like, hey, we don't have a match. We're the tag team champions, but nobody wants to fight us at WrestleMania. So why don't we have a match against one another?
Yeah, right.
And then Ray won, and that ultimately became Eddie's obsession trying to beat Ray throughout the summer. And then the whole custody of Dominic thing happened.
Dude, that was cool. I still think Dominic's his kid, though. I mean, you can't have a mullet that beautiful without being Eddie's kid. Ooh. Wow. Ooh. Oh, shit. That's a thing now. Hashtag Logan Paul loser. Which is nothing new for KO. It ain't happening.
But I've pointed out in the past, though, right now, KO's dealing with a very different Cody Rhodes, though.
I'm not buying the pissed off Cody Rhodes right now. He hasn't done enough to prove to me that he's, willing to do whatever it takes.
So he hasn't attacked Kevin at every chance that he's gotten. He hasn't fought back every time KO tried to fight him.
I mean, that's normal. That's normal stuff. I want to see something over and above that. Like,
we're probably going to get that
hit him with the
tomorrow
kendo
night.
stick right there as he goes through that curtain. Bam! And he comes back out. Buckle.
Hit him with the weight belt, which I get a feeling we're going to see Cody's weight belt being used as a weapon in tomorrow's show.
Oh, the old Hogan trick, eh?
Yeah.
The old Hollywood Hogan. Oh, here we go. I hate to say this because I am a fan of this man, but I'm tired of The Miz.
This is a match I can get behind, though.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, that's a match I can easily get behind.
Yeah, Andrade should wipe the mat with this guy.
I get a feeling we're going to get something White Six related, though, because the whole moving to the Miz over to SmackDown while the Wyatt Six have also been moved over just tells me that their feud's not done. But this is the match I'm looking forward to. 8-man tag team action. Motor City Machine Guns and Los Garza teaming up against DIY and Pretty Deadly.
Ooh, Jey
Jimmy
Uso is taking
Carmelo.
on Carmelo Hayes
Jimmy.
tonight. Jimmy, I said Jay. Sorry.
Yeah. That's up next. That's a great way to start the show, actually.
Yeah.
Or start the show for look who's lurking behind Jimmy.
When Shinsuke Nakamura.
How did Jimmy not see him, by the way?
He was back far enough when Jimmy, and when you're paying attention to the camera, dude. You're like a racehorse. You got blinders on.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess, like I said, I'm usually pretty observant of all the things around me, so I'm pretty sure I would have seen the shine of Nakamura's title if I walked past him.
I didn't even see that he had the title.
Yeah, he had the U.S. title on his shoulder.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
But you know what? That's a fresh feud for both Nakamura and Jimmy, and it's a great way to push Jimmy, similar in the way that they're pushing Jay over on Raw.
100%. 100%. I'm liking that they're starting to push Jimmy now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think they would have done that had Jimmy not gotten hurt last summer.
He's a little behind his brother, but I mean, it's nice to see this.
Mm-hmm. Or sorry, if Jimmy didn't take time off after WrestleMania to recover, because let's face it, they were going hard with that bloodline storyline, you know.
Yeah.
So much needed breather for both him and Roman was much warranted after WrestleMania last year.
Oh God, yeah. And then to get the new storyline that they wanted to go,
mm-hmm. You had to have them off TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this thing with Carmelo is going to be friggin' fantastic, and oh, he's got the mic, of course.
Well, why not? Whoa. Shots fired.
A little bit of a shot at I think he's a Indiana Pacers player.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's actually a point guard.
Yeah. Which means, if I'm not mistaken, point guard, he should be good at at least the 3-pointers.
He should be good at getting baskets.
Yeah.
and he's been bricking a lot of shots lately.
Shit.
Yeah,
There
that's
was a
why I made
sign.
fun of him.
There was a sign I saw in the crowd that actually made me laugh hard a little bit there when Melo was making his way down to the ring. There was a sign there that said "OMD is in the show," but that was not the sign.
Whew.
The sign that's
come on now.
there was a sign in the crowd that made me laugh that said, what is it? Solo thinks deer drop raisinets and not deer pellets or something like that.
Oh, Jesus.
How are we doing tonight, gentlemen?
Good. You missed a friggin' hell of an opening promo, so we're not going to spoil you on who is all involved in that one.
Thank you.
But we did have a backstage promo that gave us the Miz and Andrade later tonight, and that's going to be a fantastic match.
Yes, it is. Just 1 second here. I forgot to grab my remote.
Ouch.
Thank you for stepping in, Bubba Duke. Greatly appreciated. Good to see you, brother.
God, not a problem, man. The little one is right here again, and she wanted to play her gaming, so.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you can tell her I said hello, Trouble. So, and yes, our boys Parrish and the Bulkster are both at the show tonight.
So from the guy that I seen, he's actually 3-4 over to the right on hard cam.
Okay.
We won't be able to see him now because you can tell that the hard cam is actually tilted down a little bit on the ring from where Bulkster would be sitting.
It's a good match thus far.
It is.
I now have questions regarding this match now, based off what we saw when Jimmy was making his way to the ring.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, don't want to spoil for this gentleman down here, but I just want to see if he sees what we seen.
Well, I saw when I got Netflix turned on, Jimmy was getting into the ring.
But right before that.
Yeah, when he was walking through the locker room.
So I will have to check that out after the show.
Yep.
Unless this match gives us something related to what Bubba and I saw.
Right.
Which I wouldn't mind. Because I love when they start feuds right before a pay-per-view.
Yeah, because that's the one thing that WWE has been doing lately is like on the go-home shows, they start promoting for the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, they start feuds and whatnot for the next one, yeah. Which I'm hoping that is true.
Yeah, because it is a match I would love to see.
Oh, God. Both Usos do that Samoan drop so perfectly.
What Samoan doesn't do the Samoan drop well?
Nia didn't do it very well for a while. It looked painful.
Yeah, but she's picked up on it. Even Tatanka, who isn't Samoan, that was his finisher. He was good at it.
Do you want to wave to Uncle OMD? There you go, buddy.
But if I may say who I think delivered the best Samoan drop out of all the Samoans, you can't deny Yokozuna and the way he delivered it.
Oh my God, dude, that was devastating.
Yep. He was so fast with it. Like he'd Irish whip you off the rope, and like 2 seconds later, you're up and over and down.
Yeah. Even Umaga, his looked horrendous.
But I love that Jimmy and Jay have both incorporated the way Rikishi Fatu has done it, and
Yeah.
Fatu lifts you up and then throws you down with the Samoan drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's your dad. You're going to kind of pick that kind of trait up a little bit to, carry his little legacy of how he did it.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie too. Like, since we're talking about like family and wrestling, I mean, the other day I was watching some classic WWF, and I was watching an old Bob Orton match, and I'm like,
Holy.
I see where Randy Orton gets his some of his in-ring style now.
Yeah.
Right? So Bulkster said he's going to be holding up his title when camera's facing that way. Because he's got a Royal Rumble WWE title, I guess.
Yep. I saw it.
Yeah, he sent a picture of it earlier.
Yeah. Well, why would you cover that way?
Because he's tuckered out.
I know he's spent.
Because Mello's just giving him a run for the money in this match, and Jimmy's giving it right back to Mello.
Yep.
I wouldn't expect any less from these two gentlemen, to be honest.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a super kick, though.
There's one thing that worried me about Mello in this whole, because basically he's on a losing streak right now, but it feels like the losses really actually are not hurting him.
No.
Because he's still putting in these matches that I want to see.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Because you have confidence that dude can win.
Oh, yeah.
And should be winning. The effort he's putting, he's just not connecting for that last. Oh, see, he's getting too arrogant.
Yeah, and you can't do that with Jimmy.
No.
So, yeah, I believe he could win. It's just he's got to get it in his head that he's a winner, and I think he's going to win.
I just hope that he doesn't take this losing streak and become a joke, similar to how MVP did, similar to when Kurt Hawkins, Brian Myers did it. Except
Christian?
Yeah, Christian did the same thing.
Yeah. But then Christian finally got his win, and it was a huge celebration. And I believe it was over DDP for the European title.
No, he lost. Well, sorry, I'm thinking back to WrestleMania X8, and it was he lost to DDP.
Yeah, he lost to DDP then, but I'm talking like a couple weeks afterwards on like a random episode of Raw or something like that.
But then he had won the hardcore title that night and was just about to leave the building when Maven got him.
Yeah. And he still threw the tantrum afterwards.
Yep.
That was a nice win for Mr. Uso.
Now, here's the thing, though, with the way Jimmy won that match, Mello's going to ask for a rematch based off how that ended.
Yeah, the heel tactics and holding the tights.
But at the same time, Carmelo was trying to hold that rope and the ref caught him. And that's when Jay rolled him up and, pulled his tights. I'm not going to say he didn't.
Right.
But if you're going to play dirty, I'm going to play dirty back.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite annual promo.
Right. I've heard rumor that Stephanie McMahon is jumping in for the Women's Royal Rumble. I know. It was just a funny thing they did on an interview with her. what's his name's podcast there? The
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee. Yeah, he was bugging her about it. So I thought I'd throw that funny bit in there.
However, Stephanie is back now with WWE.
I don't see why she shouldn't be. She's done so much for them.
Well, she said it's in her blood, but she needed that break. She needed that year and a half.
But you know what, though? At the same time, taking that time off, distance is her from what's going on with her crazy dad far enough that now that she's had that time off to spend with her kids and get mentally healthy again and physically healthy again.
Yes.
Now when you come back, you don't have this, oh, well, your dad did this, your dad did that. No, it's now your husband is doing this for us. Your husband's doing that. Thank you.
Yep. She will be having her own new show.
Yes, she does.
She is not back in an official capacity. So she's not on the board of governors. She's not in any of that.
Yeah, I sent that to our chat, actually.
Called Stephanie's Places.
Yep, Stephanie's Place. I can't wait to check it out.
Me neither.
I am, she's one of the McMahons that I actually still have respect for.
Yeah.
Because she said right away, has nothing to do with me. I've never had any knowledge of what's happened. But you know what I mean? Again, like you said, taking that year and a half, I think was a good idea for her.
Yeah. Well, that, and I mean, their three daughters are getting older. I think their oldest is getting ready for college as well as training.
Yeah, I heard the two older ones are training. I heard, not just the older one. Again, news could be wrong. Information could be,
Yep.
You never know. I'm pumped for tomorrow, guys. Like, you have no idea. I literally, my girlfriend is coming over to watch this one and hang out with her while I do this tomorrow.
Nice.
Because they love each other.
Right.
And it's really nice to have that. So.
It's because we're best friends.
Oh! I need to say happy birthday to little Benny. He turns 4 today. My girlfriend's little boy. He turns 4 today.
Well, happy birthday, little Benny.
Yeah, little man's birthday.
Hold him up high.
Yeah, you're this many today, buddy.
Hold him up high.
You're part of the 4 horsemen today. For the next year, you're an honorary member of this club. So, do we find out any new members of the Rumble tonight? New entries? Or
I would not be surprised.
Would you rather not find anything else out as of now? Leave it. Let's just go tomorrow with the 10 people for the women and the 11 or so for the men.
I would say leave it.
Okay.
But who knows?
How's Mr. Best feel about... Oh, he doesn't even have his headset on.
No,
How do you
I had
feel
to.
about...
I had to take my headphones off because I'm trying to listen to the Royal Rumble by the Numbers promo. Sorry, you were saying?
So the question is, we have our U.S. champion, women's U.S. champion on right now. Hold on. Holy. Chelsea Green's coming to the ring now. So the question is, are you happy with the 10 or so men and the 10 women that we know that are entering the Rumble, or would you want to know more?
There's a yes and no to that. I do expect some more announcements for participants in the Rumble tonight, but at the same time, I kind of didn't like it. Like back in the old days, we used to have like Todd Pettengill or Sean Mooney come on, and they would be like, okay, so these wrestlers have announced their intentions to be in the Royal Rumble, and then this week here are the other wrestlers. Here are some more wrestlers, and every week they would reveal to the point where we knew all 30 entrants before
Right?
the Royal
I
Rumble
hated
started,
that.
or even at the start of the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, we'd get Vince McMahon rhyming off all 30 wrestlers. And then now, granted, when he did that, and I would watch, it was mostly because I was a child, so I was hyped to see all 30 of those wrestlers, and I get why Vince was doing that. But I like the element of surprise even better.
I like that we have 10 to 11 that we know about, max 12. I'm happy with that. Leave it alone after that. Because I love the element of surprise. I like the pop. I like to feel like I'm in the venue with everybody hearing these people's music hit for the first time, you know?
Yeah.
Which is part of the reason I liked pay-per-views.
Michin
Any
was looking-
pay-per-view. Even if
Yeah.
I knew the match, I was like, yeah, they're out. They're finally here, you know? So I say leave it, please.
Yeah. That's why, and this is going to be a very hot take because not a lot of people cared for this Royal Rumble, but the 2012 Royal Rumble is one of my favorites. That year, we got one surprise announcement, and that was Jericho making his return to the Royal Rumble that year. And everybody thought that Jericho was going to win. But I went opposite, and I'm like, Jericho's not winning. Sheamus is winning. I was right.
Nice.
Sheamus ended up winning that one. But what I liked about that Rumble was the amount of different surprises we got. Like even though I know a lot of people crap on Michael Cole entering the Royal Rumble that year,
That's funny.
I loved it. I loved it because he was a complete douche nozzle to everybody in the Rumble, and then Karma shows up and throws him over the top rope.
Yeah. But at the same time, that Rumble gives guys like you and I that all this is all we and OMD down there. That hope, that little glimmer that we could have that one last little spot. You know, it'd be fun.
I found myself enjoying all the surprise spots, especially another spot I enjoyed in that match too was Santino Marella was in the ring, and he was beating up on a bunch of people and just doing his funny shit. Then Mick Foley comes out, and then we got the Cobra versus the Sock. Yeah, and that was just awesome. And then Ricardo Rodriguez comes out, and they just have a funny spot, all three of them together.
Right.
And it was just awesome.
That's funny.
Especially when Ricardo Rodriguez and Santino Marella grabbed each other's ankles and started rolling across the ring. Like, what was that? That was just hilarious.
Yeah. Well, we know that there is, you know, I believe it's IndyCon or whatever is in Indianapolis this weekend. So we know that there are a number of wrestlers from other promotions and the indies in town. So there are some interesting names that I have heard reported at being not just in Indianapolis, but at Smackdown tonight and potentially at the Rumble tomorrow. Now, I'm not going to go out there and give those names out because I don't want to get people's hopes up.
Well, why not? Instead of leaving it so vague, why not just tell everybody who you think you saw?
Well, the names that I have heard include one who is always ready in Matt Cardona. Nikki Bella.
That's probably a likely shot.
That's probably a likely shot. Trying to think of who else. Mickie James.
She's also a likely one.
I haven't heard anything on Joe Hendry other than we know that he's there because he had stated he was going to be there and he is heading to the Jericho cruise on the 2nd.
Yeah, a buddy of mine took a picture with him in Indianapolis. I got another friend who's there now tonight too.
Nice.
So
Well, if you had to pick, let's say, one female and one male surprise entry, who would you pick? OMG.
Hendry, oh,
Surprise male. Really, I don't think you can hit a surprise male because you've got the macros. I would like to see Nick Aldis
Yep.
enter.
I'm not gonna lie. Actually, at the beginning of the show, they had only Joe Tessitore and Michael Cole introducing things. My mind was going, "Where's Wade Barrett?" And then
Right.
I'm like, Wade Barrett could be off getting ready for the Rumble.
Yeah. He could do the commentator spot, much like Booker T, Michael Cole, JBL.
And Jerry Lawler.
Yep.
Again, 2012 Royal Rumble, Booker T, Jerry Lawler, and Michael Cole were all commentating that night, and they all
Yep.
entered the Rumble.
Yep.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
What about a female, dude?
Female, really the big surprise name, and it really wouldn't be a surprise to me, is going to be AJ Lee.
Okay. I know
I don't-
Mr. Best is going to say Joe Henry for the male. What about your female?
Masha Slamovich.
Masa Slamovich.
Okay.
Oh,
I like it.
okay.
And I would say Jordan Grace, but it seems a little too obvious, you know?
Yeah.
I would love to see Miss Slamovich come out and Jordan Grace eliminate her from the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's why I say Masha
That would be
Slamovich,
cool.
because I kind of want to see like that spot again,
Yeah.
similar to Jordan Grace and Naomi from last year. I kind of want to see that again,
Right.
and then them two brawl before one of them ends up going over, you know?
Nice. I'm going on a limb, and I'm going to say Kane for my men, just for giggles.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with OMD. AJ Lee for the women would be a huge pop.
Yeah. Now another spot I can see going with the women and Masha Slamovich in that Rumble. Cora Jade, she comes out. Masha dominates. She takes out whoever she can. Whatever. Cora Jade comes out next. Then we get them two, because obviously after last night's Impact, see you later, Bubba. Because after last night's Impact, it's clear that that's where they're going with Cora and Masha, you know?
Yeah. Well, and to further that one, I'm going to not necessarily one up you, but I'm going to go with, what about Isaiah Brookside coming in for that?
I would love her to be back in the WWE. I loved it when she was there.
When was she there?
She was part of
it was-
NXT UK.
Oh, yeah. I very rarely watched NXT UK.
Her dad was the head trainer of that department, Robbie Brookside. Oh, we've got the kendo stick out. This match ended DQ or something?
As soon as Chelsea hit her with the kendo stick, yes.
Okay. Well, I kind of figured that after seeing the lights go up.
And, maybe we get the match that Triple H suggested earlier, him, Taker, and Shawn in a triple threat wheelchair on a pole match.
Sokoa believed it was lemon-flavored snow. Same, another sign from the same guy who who said Solo believes deer pellets are raisinette. And we got our women's tag team champions. Naomi's getting ready for a match against Liv Morgan later tonight.
Uh-oh, is that the David Arquette spot for the Royal Rumble then, if they're just announcing that it's ready to rumble?
Oh,
jeez.
I'll take it. He's been wrestling, or used to wrestle quite a bit in the indies, eh?
Yeah, he wrestled a wrestler I've met before in one RJ City. RJ City's a fantastic dude, by the way.
Yep.
Bless you.
Actually, I worked with RJ City on a movie, so
Yes, you did. No, David Arquette had given up wrestling for a while, then got back into it, and then suffered a massive heart attack.
Jesus. Not in the middle
Yeah.
of the ring, I hope.
No. And then just kept training.
yeah. If anything with Arquette and wrestling, I would bring him on to be maybe a part of like that WWE Rivals show that's coming or something like that. Because if you listen to like him talking about wrestling, the dude actually has like a wealth of knowledge as far as the history of pro wrestling goes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely. And a passion.
Well,
Like a
he,
legit passion.
I mean, not only does he have the passion, but when he was getting ready to do Ready to Rumble, he was studying up on the history, the lore, everything.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite things, though, is when they decided they were going to put the WCW title on him. He didn't want that.
No.
And we got Parrish coming live from the arena saying, "Hey, boys, how's it going, Parrish? Glad to have you
Parrish.
here. Hope you're enjoying this show. We're in a commercial break right now, so
We are. So we are just babbling on. How's your view, brother?
Yeah, he hasn't sent us a picture from where he's sitting at.
no, but he did dial me on accident. He's a little bit higher up in the seats.
Okay.
Now we know all our main picks for the women's rumble. Do you guys have a dark horse pick at all?
Oh, jeez. Gotta think about that one.
Well, my main pick is the dark horse pick in Naomi.
Okay, but Naomi right now does look like a likely candidate based off her promos. So if you couldn't pick her, let's say, because mine's Lyra Valkyria.
Okay.
That's an interesting pick. Being that she's holding the women's.
She's the Intercontinental Champion right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a interesting pick. I'm gonna go on a limb and say Jordan Grace. That's my.
Okay. My dark horse pick to win it, Blair Davenport.
I like
Whoa.
that one.
Okay, I could get behind that, bro.
Now, is there a woman you don't want to win or a man you don't want to win?
Woman I don't want to win, well, there are several.
You can only pick one.
Charlotte Flair. Becky
Charlotte
Lynch.
Flair.
There you go. You already picked your one.
Yeah, Charlotte
Becky
Flair.
doesn't
I don't
count.
want her to win.
I'm actually in agreement with you, boys. She's on her screen right now.
Yeah, she looks like she's had more facial surgery done.
But here's the thing: when it comes to Charlotte, I know that she's still going to be in a high-profile match at WrestleMania. She does not need the Royal Rumble to get to that.
No.
No. Who did we pick for men to win?
I took Cena.
I took CM Punk.
I have a feeling it's between CM Punk, John Cena, Roman Reigns, those three. My out of the blue person, Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, my out of the blue is Jay.
My out of the blue is Damian Priest.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
And this is why I think it's harder for the men to pick a wrestler we don't want to see win because of the fact that there's just so much massive star power going into that men's match, you know?
Right. Now, we know that with Rhea staying on Raw and Damian moving to SmackDown, we know that they've got that bond, that family.
Mm-hmm.
Could we see?
Speaking of Stephanie McMahon, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. She's on my screen.
Yeah.
She is. Could we see a Damian Priest maybe befriend and take under his wing somebody like a Blair Davenport to get her up to that U.S. title level?
I mean, it's a possibility. We're still a little bit young as far as it being in the reign of Chelsea Green with her United States Championship.
Right.
So we haven't really seen like the list of possible contenders other than like who all competed in the tournament.
Right.
I always thought Blair would have fit in with the Unholy Union at the same time. Like if those three formed some sort of a dark stable.
And that's where, like, with the Unholy Union having returned to NXT, as far as we understand, I'm wondering if we could get that stable made up if the Coven returned to TNA.
But as far as pairing her with Damian, I kind of need Damian to be on his own for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs a good solo run. Just him. Just annihilating people. Not taking names, just body counts. You know what I mean? Like, and get a title. Get a title on the guy again.
Yeah, right, because you can push him not necessarily to be the face of the WWE, but the second face of the WWE, similar to Stone Cold and The Rock. The Rock was always second to Stone Cold.
Right.
Because you kind of like if Cody can't do it, then you need another guy who can do it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh. Excuse me. True enough. Uh-oh.
Wow. What a feud to start off with Damian.
Jesus.
When he's walking to the ring like he's got a mission. For those who aren't who don't know, Jacob Fatu's making his way to the ring, and Damian is just standing there like, yeah, we're gonna fight.
He's ready. Wow. Ooh. Whoa. Oh, yeah, I love it. He just kicked the taste out of that boy's mouth.
Damien is standing his ground right now against Jacob.
It's kind of got to be throwing Jacob off a little bit because he's not used to this.
But I mean, the last person who stood his ground got taken out on Saturday night. So
Oh, did you hear Fatu? He just said, "Oh shit." So who comes out to help Priest against these two madmen at this point?
Well, let me talk to you.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Okay. Okay. I didn't think that they were friends. That's all.
Oh no,
They
they're
don't
not
have
friends.
to be friends.
Yeah, they just have a common enemy.
Okay.
I just want to point out that Fatu's eyes are red, and no, he did not get into my marijuanas.
Yeah, imagine how much sleep he has not gotten right now. I love LA Knight. LA Knight. Yeah. There's a good match for later tonight, boys.
That's our main event. I guarantee it.
Well, it has to be.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean the star power between these four gentlemen. Yeah,
Yep.
but we got 8-man tag coming up later tonight, and I'm actually really looking forward to this one.
Oh, yeah.
Angel Limberto teaming up with the Motor City Machine Guns against DIY and Pretty Deadly. This is going to be a hell of a match.
Okay.
Oh, it's coming up next.
Currently the best entrance going. Bubba's just giving me the death stare.
Yeah.
Well, Pretty Deadly's entrance is pretty hype, so.
So is eating my own vomit. I like DIY's entrance way better.
Okay, so it's clear Bubba doesn't like to have fun.
Nope.
I'm wondering if Bubba's a little plugged up and needs to take a Bubba deuce.
On that entrance, I would.
But it's an interesting dynamic here because we have Pretty Deadly, who are pretty much becoming baby faces, teaming up with a heel tag team, taking on a babyface tag team who's tag teaming with a heel tag team.
Right? So weird.
Mm-hmm.
But it could work and it could look good.
Yeah, I was just going to say at the same time, Pretty Deadly has yet to make that full turn to babyface.
Yeah. And Legatos seem to sort of be tweeners now, but not anywhere near either heel or face. They're just there.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm wondering if this is going to lead to a 6-team elimination chamber for those tag team championships.
Oh Jesus! How epic would that
Well, I'm not thinking that far ahead just yet. I'm actually wondering, in this 8-man tag, how does Apollo Crews fit into this situation?
be? Ooh.
Because we know that he's been the catalyst for all four of these teams.
Right. How do the Street Profits fit into this equation too? Because they're
That's
there.
even if the Street. And we got Pepper crawling up behind me.
Hi, Pepper.
Kitty, 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 kitty. Just saying hi.
You
to
said
everybody.
the Street Profits are in the building tonight?
I would trust that they're backstage.
Because if that's the case, the Street Profits would definitely be going after DIY, considering it's already been confirmed that it was DIY that attacked them.
Right?
And maybe, oh no, that doesn't work out because Motor City Machine Guns have the title shot tomorrow night.
Yep.
But hurt them, you get that opportunity after.
Yeah, you get the next title shot perhaps on next week's SmackDown.
So, if we heard anything else from Mr. Solo Sikoa since his walkout,
he did that, and that was it. We haven't heard a hide nor hair from him.
Huh.
It's possible that he shows up in tomorrow's Rumble, maybe. Because literally, that's what I thought he was going to do when he last had his thing. I thought he was going to talk about losing the Ulafala and then going into the Rumble. And maybe he does go into the Rumble and takes out the man on my screen right now, our OTC, Roman Reigns.
I have a feeling that you're going to get that bloodline versus bloodline spot, and they're going to eliminate each other.
The old double elimination at the same time. Both over.
Or it could be one of those things where, say, Roman throws Solo over, but Roman's like, I'm not done with you yet, and he throws himself over the top rope to continue attacking Solo.
And I mean, it's the Royal Rumble, so anything can happen. So do we see maybe a Lance Anoa'i or a Hikuleo make their long anticipated debuts?
Zilla Fatu.
I think Zilla's far away from coming to the WWE.
He was at the last pay-per-view.
He might have been backstage.
He was in the crowd. They showed him at the crowd. In the crowd.
Zilla also got pulled from the last House of Glory show due to injury.
Okay.
And has missed shows.
So, just so everybody knows what's going on, we have HBK and The Undertaker coming out on stage, not on the show, but on somewhere else, announcing
at a conference they did at the headquarters back on Wednesday
that Triple H is going to headline the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies.
Mm-hmm.
Long overdue.
For singles, this is actually a second time going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no, I know DX is in, but as the cerebral assassin, Triple H, it's way overdue.
But yes, Roman. I said Roman. Not a quick shot of Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But yeah, Triple H is a long overdue Hall of Fame induction. At first, I thought it was like, is this a bit of like some kind of nepotism kind of thing? Then I read into how it actually came about, and it was secretly planned between Shawn Michaels and Nick Khan.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, the only way we can do this is if we get the Undertaker involved, because Hunter cannot say no to the Undertaker.
No, he can't. He cannot.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about someone's kryptonite?
Mm-hmm.
That's the Undertaker for Triple H. This chair's getting uncomfortable today. Holy. Okay, so we got the Motor City Machine Guns coming out.
We're only about like 3-4 months in with Motor City Machine Guns in the WWE. and we've watched them wrestle pretty much every week since they came in.
Yeah.
It still feels like a little surreal seeing them in a WWE ring.
And I'm going to ask this, like, if one of them does get injured in a match, and let's use tomorrow night, for example, do we see the other one, as we've seen throughout their careers, focus on singles gold?
Yeah, I would love to see Sabin or Alex Shelley go after Nakamura for the U.S. title, or even go over to Raw and go after the Intercontinental title.
Okay.
I don't really necessarily see them as main event guys just yet.
No.
But because, again, when you come from one company, say you come from TNA like these guys did, you come from another company, you got to start from the bottom again and work your way up.
Oh, 100%.
And because the way pro wrestling works is if you come from one company to another, it doesn't make a lick of difference what you did in that previous company, unless you're a guy like AJ Styles or somebody like that, you know.
So you don't think that they're
they're
past
there.
accolades?
They're past accolades as tag teams, certainly. That's why they got the tag team titles in their first match. But as singles competitors, not necessarily.
Yeah. And I mean, we both know that they've both been singles champions in Japan, in Ring of Honor, in TNA.
Mm-hmm.
They've also both been former TNA world champions.
Yep. I mean, look at Tommaso Ciampa, for instance, right? Yeah, he's a former NXT champion. When he came over, he was a former ROH world champion, but none of that stuff mattered when he came to the WWE because he still had to work his way up through NXT.
That's right. And for a long time, he didn't even want the call up to the main roster. He just wanted to stay in NXT for the stability.
Same thing with Gargano. But now again, with a guy like AJ Styles, when he came to the WWE, debuting at the 2016 Royal Rumble, the dude carried a lot of cachet with him. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
There was just no avoiding like the news of him leaving New Japan.
Right.
You know, and when that news came to be, because that news started in like November of 2015, the rumor started circulating that he was leaving.
Yep.
And then the rumor started going very rampant when January 4th, which was the date of his contract expiring, came to be. Him, Nakamura, and the Good Brothers all left at the same time.
Yep.
But for AJ, they didn't need to throw him in NXT, whereas with Nakamura, they kind of did so that Nakamura could get acclimated to wrestling on the American scene.
So I am getting the commercial countdown up in my top right corner of my TV screen.
Yeah, we are in commercial break right now, but we're still getting action and commentary.
Yes. Now, I did hear something interesting, and this is one that might intrigue you, Mr. Best. Now, I don't expect to see anything for tomorrow. But there's some gentlemen that have had their names removed from the New Japan Pro roster page.
If one of them is evil, I'd be happy if he comes to the WWE.
How about the entire House of Torture?
Holy.
I'd be fine with that.
All of them have apparently been removed from the New Japan roster page. Now,
I just want to see Evil come over to the WWE because I feel like his wrestling style over in New Japan could very well benefit in WWE, you know?
I'm going to see if I can find it again. There it is.
Yeah, so the House of Torture has Dick Togo, which, by the way, he already wrestled. He's already wrestled in WWE before.
Yes, he has.
Evil, Ren Narita, Show, Takahashi. That has me excited. But for those who don't remember, Dick Togo did wrestle in in WWE as a member of the stable version of Kai and Tai.
Yes, he did. I'm just trying to see if I can remember where I found the article. I cannot find it at the moment, so I'm not going to waste my time scrolling my phone when there's a hell of a tag team match going on.
Yeah.
And I'm not one that's been a big fan of these huge multi-person tag matches.
Right, but there's a reason why they're having this match. I mean, we've
There
got
is.
all these men who are gunning for the tag team titles, you know?
There is. And I mean, whether it was a fatal four-way tag match or something like this, it's all of a sudden everybody in every team has to hit their finishers. And it's just one of those things that it's always just been way too chaotic, too confusing. Now, they've really gotten a lot better with them over the last couple of years. And so that's why I am okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're going to do matches like these, there has to be rhyme or reason. Like, you can't have just four people teaming up against four other people for no other reason. Those four people have to hate the other four people, in my personal opinion, you know?
Oh, you mean we can't have a 16-person all-star tag team match?
We're not AEW here.
Well, I know that. That's why I was being sarcastic.
Or even early 2000s WCW, where every match was just thrown together for match sake, you know?
Yep.
Come on,
I'm
Bruno, make the
wondering,
tag.
and
I was going to
if
say,
we're
make the tag to save, and he's fresh over there.
going to figure out a way Apollo fits into this match, if he does.
I've
And
already
who
asked
his
that question.
I know, that's why I said if.
Yeah.
Could we see him potentially return with AJ Styles as his tag team partner, and again in that mentor type of role?
AJ's still out for a little while, from what I understand.
From everything I've been understanding, they are hopeful he's back tomorrow.
Well, Las Garza's taking a walk.
They are. And this is maybe how Apollo Crews fits into this match.
That's what I'm leaning towards. Maybe we see somebody with Apollo Crews, and there's one name that I'm thinking about, but I don't really want it to happen, and that's Almost.
Yeah, because he is in Indy.
He is.
Do we potentially see DIY take a walk in all of this? Just like Los Garza.
Not when they got the numbers game right now. I mean, why wouldn't you want to damage your tag team, your opponents for tomorrow night, even more so when you got the numbers game on your side?
Well, you do, but again, at the same time, we've alluded to it, right? Los Garza, they just showed their heel side. Now you're looking at, Pretty Deadly slowly becoming baby faces. This is your way to completely turn them.
Yeah, that kick to the face will do it.
Well, that didn't help him.
Well, that's one way you can go into tomorrow's match now, because now the machine guns have got one up on them.
Yep.
I'm stretching.
I was just thinking to myself, this is going to be one of the easiest yet hardest weeks for the WWE production crew.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, actually, the hardest, because now I was just thinking, you have to build the SmackDown set, the Royal Rumble set, and then tear the both of them down.
Yep.
Unless Raw is also going to be in Indianapolis, but I don't think that's the case.
Don't think so. But gentlemen, if you will excuse me.
Bulkster, what's up, buddy?
Doing the one thing OMD always forgets to do when he has to go AFK. Bulkster, how's it going? We've seen you in the crowd already a couple of times tonight.
Yeah, holding up your title. Oh.
You know what? Since we're just over halfway through the show here, I am going to showcase everything we've got going on as far as the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program goes. Take a look, guys.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursday we got total non-stop action with Brace for Impact at 8 p.m. Friday we game again with Unleashed, the Jessica Wilde story at 7 p.m. Following the game, join us for the Smackdown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
Beautiful. Bulkster saying that the title is way heavier than my big Goldie title. That's funny. OMD's just gabbering over there and he's muted.
Yeah. There's Bulkster's Chicken Park Championship moment of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, to add to our programming that we just showcased, guys, tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern, PLE Patrol for the Royal Rumble. Be here or be square.
6 p.m. I will be here. I'm cooking pancakes tomorrow. Little monkey likes her pancakes, so
All troublemakers like pancakes.
Uncle OMD says you're a troublemaker because you like pancakes. Rude, eh? She just goes.
Just shocked look on her face, like, how dare you?
Yeah. She'll beat you up later.
Tomorrow night, my snack will be OMD this here.
Nice.
Wow, where'd you find those?
Food Basics.
I'm going
just
to
as OMD told me. It's still, for those who couldn't see, it's dill pickle Cool Ranch.
That's like my ultimate favorite mix.
Right.
I used to buy like 3 bags of each and just mix them into a giant bowl.
Yeah. I was going to do that. I was going to buy the 3 bags. When I saw the price for 1 bag, I was like, no.
No. Oh.
I'm debating on if I want to try my spicy tropical fusion Doritos tomorrow.
That was the other flavor I was trying to look for. I
at?
couldn't remember. I was at the grocery store and I should have messaged you to find out.
Yeah, that's pineapple with like jerk, and there's another type of spice.
Eyeballing the tag titles right there.
I don't blame the heat between either team on that situation.
Nope.
But I had to laugh at the guy in the background who was on his cell phone while everybody was yelling. You could see him try to plug out the sound.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio was in the crowd.
And there's Tyrese Halliburton, a member of the Indiana Pacers. As Bubba pointed out, he is a point guard for the team.
I'm not 100% on that, but I think that's his position.
He's one tall, lanky dude.
I mean,
Everybody in the NBA is tall, lanky dudes, though.
Not that
Unless
there's anything overly special about the NBA.
Your opinion, and your opinion only.
Yeah.
Because as Bubba and I were talking off stream the other day, there are times when we enjoy the NBA. Sometimes watching it is a little bit on the boring side, but playing the games is actually really fun.
See, and I will say this because there is the odd time I will catch myself watching it, and I enjoy that a little bit more than the games. But to each their own.
Yeah.
Yep. Is Michael Cole trying to crowd surf here?
He's trying to crowd, so he looks so awkward. Like people are just like, I'm not touching the old guy. Look at Cody's going. Michael Cole's not even moving.
No, they're having a hard time trying to lift Cole because he like dead weighted the crowd.
Right?
I have to say though, the one thing I'm really liking since Pat McAfee has come back is we're getting a Michael Cole he's just so much fun nowadays, you know?
Again, we've had this discussion. It's a matter of the reins and the ties and the weights that were weighing him down are gone.
Yeah.
Be more animated. Be more fun. Do you, Cole? Do you?
Yeah.
So I'm loving it too. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, like you kind of got glimpses of it once when him and Taz way back in like 2003, they were asked to host the Howard Stern show because Howard Stern couldn't be made available to do it.
Okay.
And they totally let loose on that show. Like you heard Cole dropping F-bombs, you heard Taz doing the same thing, you heard Cole calling certain people like idiots, like people who are calling in and actually being idiots, you know?
Right.
Jesus.
So right now we're looking at a history of how Kevin Owens became the true WWE champion.
Yep. And how he will solidify that tomorrow night in the ladder match.
No, he won't.
I just don't think a ladder match benefits Cody like it does KO.
I believe KO's last ladder match was for the NXT Championship against Finn Balor way back.
Yeah, and if you listen to what Punk said about Kevin's record with championship matches at the Royal Rumble,
Is that a bit
sorry,
of a
OMD,
spoiler?
so a slight, but you got to watch that promo because it was fantastic.
And that's
Because
another reason why I think KO is going to win tomorrow night.
Because he's 0 for 5 in championship matches at the Royal Rumble?
He's due.
No, he's not.
You're not due.
Thank God, because I'm not a woman.
You go in timeout now.
Oh, Jesus. No, you didn't.
I
He's
did.
going to be mad at you, boy. I guess I'm the only one running the show tonight, so thanks for showing up.
OMD seems to forget I have the power to ban.
Damn.
Not going to do it, but
No.
Oh, we got
That's
But
why
right now
I
we've
Naomi
got,
in timeout.
we've got Naomi coming out to the ring here, and I accidentally hit the pause button on my friggin' Netflix. Okay, can't look at the screen because that's a lot of flashing lights.
right. I don't see these two lasting much longer after losing these titles because they can't even come out to United entry music.
Well, no, but they do dress like they are a tag team, and that is something I can appreciate about them. But I have to wonder, how is Jade Cargill coming back in this situation?
I'm leaning to tomorrow night, and Jade's going to do something with Naomi and Bianca, and then we'll get the answer probably next Friday.
These commercials sometimes are a little bit on the annoying side.
Oh,
Tuned it out.
they've bored me since day one.
You know what? We can talk about, even though I've already showed the case, the commercial, we can talk about what we got planned for the PlayStation Showcase, which is going to be Madden 25. We're going to take a look at that because it is Super Bowl week, you know?
Yes.
Is it already?
Yeah.
Super Bowl is next Sunday.
Yep.
God, already. Oh, yeah, that's right, too. It's always the day after my birthday. Or around my birthday.
And if I can't get Madden 25 to go, then we'll do Madden 24 and and just have fun with that. Just
Sounds
something
like a
football
plan to
related.
me. Yep.
Because by that point, I should have the Bengals going into the Super Bowl because that's who I'm playing with. In my career, I took over Joe Burrow's spot as the quarterback on the Bengals.
Oh, jeez.
Hey man, when I got Jamar Chase running downfield, it's all good.
Right?
And then I got T. Higgins on the other side of me. I'm pretty good. Liking those John Cena hats that they're showing it. They were just showing in the store there.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want that damn helmet.
It won't fit your head.
Didn't say I wanted it for my head. I just want the helmet. I'll put it on my Jericho bobble.
There you go. So you think these two stay as a tag team and challenge for those titles?
Yeah.
That's where they're going with Liv and Raquel from now for the
Yeah.
immediate future.
They are both in the Rumble.
Mhm.
Okay.
Liv is still my female pick to win. But as I said, you can still have her going after the tag titles with that match at WrestleMania still to come, you know?
Yeah.
It'll give her something to do in between now and Mania.
And let's bunk off of that. If Liv does win the Rumble, which champion do you see her going after? Do you see her going after Rhea Ripley, or do you see her go after Tiffany Stratton? Just because
that'll depends on if they're going to be the champion by Mania.
Right. Because for me, it makes more sense that the Liv Rhea feud and that thing is all done. We don't need it carried out. And I'd be down for a Liv Morgan Tiffany Stratton match, but I also know we've been hearing a lot of rumors about Charlotte and Tiff. But could we get that third WrestleMania match between Rhea and Charlotte to finally figure out overall who's the better competitor between them?
Yeah, see, and that's what I'm getting at is the fact that even though I don't think Charlotte's winning it, she's still going to be involved in some kind of a high-profile match regardless, whether it's against Tiffany, Rhea, Chelsea, or even Lyra as well. Because let's not forget those champions, right?
Right.
Because the way I see it, if Charlotte is going to be in one of those high-profile matches, whomever wins the Royal Rumble and whomever they challenge, I think Charlotte's going to challenge the opposite.
Right.
But I wouldn't mind a Liv and Tiffy match, but it just feels like there's more money in Rhea with Liv, but there's also money in Rhea and Charlotte as well.
Yes. You know? The thing is, a high profile match doesn't even need to have the title involved.
Mm-hmm.
Because as you alluded to, I mean, let's say that Tiffany and Rhea are not the champions come WrestleMania, and Charlotte is taking on either of them.
Okay, let's put this into perspective too. What if Charlotte is one of the champions going into Mania? That changes the whole dynamic right there. Because if she doesn't win at the Rumble, what if she wins the championship in the Chamber or in a match at Chamber, you know?
Right.
In that case, I'd have to see how Charlotte's going to be booked, first of all.
Right.
But I would a Liv and Charlotte match wouldn't be too bad of an idea either. But again, I have to see how they're going to book Charlotte. I get a feeling the way her vignettes have been showing. I'm getting heel vibes off of her.
Right. I'm gonna put this one out there, and I mean, I hope not. But what about a tag match with Charlotte and a partner against Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, who are on their way up? Supposedly, they've been called up to SmackDown.
I mean, what a way to put a dent in your NXT tag team division by bringing them up.
Well, I mean, we've seen them before on both Raw and SmackDown. However, at that time, there was a lot of reports going around that Metaphor had all been called up.
And I would be okay with all of Metaphor going up because, I mean, I want to see Noam Dar on the main roster again. I do.
I mean, we haven't seen Noam Dar in months in NXT.
He's hurt though, right?
He might have been. We haven't even seen Oro Mensah in a while, other than a couple of, he's backstage in the locker room.
I like that look of cockiness that we're getting off Liv right now. Yeah, see, now you got me thinking, OMD, like, who does the winner of the Women's Rumble challenge for? Because I don't quite see Tiffy as main event WrestleMania material, you know?
Right.
But again, we're 3 months. We're still like 2.5 months away from WrestleMania. So
right, and I mean, a lot of that has to do with the fact that we, didn't see a lot of Tiffy on our screens unless it was backstage segments and not a lot of in ring. Until really the month and a half prior to her cashing in.
But there's nothing saying that, like, in that 2.5 months that they could make you believe that Tiffy could be one of those high profile wrestlers at WrestleMania. Right. They've done that before. So
right. I mean, you could even have Tiffy open night 1 or 2 and, set the tone. What if we get a Tiffy versus Raquel match?
I think I'd be behind that because Raquel is one of those women that I want her to succeed. I really do. I liked what she was doing in NXT. Yep. I was excited for her coming to the main roster. They cooled off on her a little bit, but I still want her to succeed. There's a part of me that wants her and Liv to win the tag team titles.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on all this, Bubba? You've been quiet for a little bit there.
I'm just enjoying the match. I'm not even listening to what you guys are talking about, to be honest. I'm into the match.
We were breaking down like whomever wins the Women's Rumble, which title do they go after, And then we went off on a tangent.
Yeah.
I don't see Tiffy highlighting Mania, so she would have to drop the title in favor for somebody that would make more money.
And that's where I came up with the theory of Charlotte maybe taking the belt from her or something like that, Because Charlotte, yes, we don't like Charlotte, but Charlotte makes money.
She does.
I wouldn't.
But that's where I've also had, suggested Tiffy open one of the two nights with her title defense.
But here's the other thing that I thought about too is when Fandango made his WrestleMania, his debut at WrestleMania, a lot of us, and don't say you didn't, but a lot of us didn't think of Fandango as WrestleMania material until he had that match with Jericho.
Right?
And that was a fantastic match.
Yep. Oh, it was.
But I think that's the beauty of this year's Women's Rumble is it's so wide open that anybody can take it. There's also a part of me that wants to see Bayley become the first woman to win multiple Royal Rumbles.
Right?
Dude, that'd be epic.
Whether it's okay, and let me put this one out. Whether it's Bianca and Naomi still champs at Mania or Liv and Raquel, what about the idea of Charlotte and Jade? Or a triple threat with all three teams?
I think I might be okay with Charlotte and Jade because you could do that to a degree to build towards a possible Charlotte Jade feud down the road.
Yeah.
But and there it is again too. We talked about Charlotte being in high profile matches that don't need to be championships. You could do Charlotte and Jade at Mania, but it actually still makes more sense for Bianca and Jade to do it. You know?
Yeah. I think
at a future Mania, you could do Charlotte and Jade.
Yeah. I think that's a year down the road. I think even maybe SummerSlam, I think you've got to do this storyline, whether it's Bianca and Naomi that attack Jade or just one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe they were following orders from Charlotte. But
now, see, that sounds too much like Triple H and Rikishi. A little bit.
See, I was thinking more of the Colonel Robert Parker and Harlem Heat.
Oh, that's digging way deep. I forgot about that one.
But
Naomi delivers one of my favorite split-legged moonsaults. It's not one of the best ones, but it's one of my favorite ones.
Right.
Oh, Naomi stole that one.
Wow.
Yes, she did.
Oh,
yeah, I don't
didn't
blame
see
you,
that
Raquel.
coming.
I don't blame you for doing that. That looked like a stiff shot from Bianca.
Yep.
Like she just reared back and jacked her in the jaw on that one.
One of the things that Liv is really reminding me of, I mean, with her attire, with her finish, with her attitude, is Chris Jericho when he came back with the code breaker and the short hair. That's where her attitude is reminding me of it, and I'm good with that.
Are you talking about like the dark, the Jericho that would wear a suit to the ring and talk very slow?
No, before
methodical.
When he first came back and was wearing the shorter trunks instead of the full-on leggings.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean like when he had that vest that had like the silver on the back of it or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So we're getting a look at what happened between Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu when these two men just utterly destroyed each other.
All I can say is thank you, Jacob. Thank you.
All I can say is, Jacob, you probably got a big beating in coming down the road. The way he throws the chair at that one dude's fucking head.
He's a different kind of animal, the Jacob Fatu.
Yes, he is. And that's why we're showcasing him before we get the tag team match later on tonight. I'm really curious to see what Jacob Fatu does in the Rumble match tomorrow night, because I guarantee you he's going to be there. Speaking of men who's going to be in the Rumble tomorrow night, The Miz is making his way to the ring.
The one guy nobody cares about, to be honest.
Earlier tonight, you said you like him.
I like him, but he needs a character change. I'm just done with this. Nobody cares.
Yeah, okay, so I don't mind that he does this sometimes when he comes to the ring, but when it comes to like having a match where he's going to take on somebody who's like serious and who's going to like beat the living snot out of him, like, walk to the ring normally. Don't do your cocky ass walk to the ring, especially if you're going to be like, if you're going to be in a match against Uncle Howdy. Walk to the ring like you're a little bit terrified, you know, about
keep looking over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, is there anybody coming up behind me? Like, you need to be paranoid. But doing I got big balls. Look at me. I could care less about that shit right now.
Yeah.
He's been doing it too long. Renew your character, or you know what? Go back to NXT and start over again.
Yeah, like I said, I understand doing that when he knows he thinks he's got the win. He can go to the ring and be all cocky like that. But when it's when he's uncertain that it takes me out of it, because he still walks to the ring just like that.
Yeah. I'm done
OMD,
with this
your
character.
thoughts. You're muted, brother.
Said I'm going to close my eyes for this commercial. You know what? Like, I love The Miz. I have been a fan of his since he debuted.
Yep.
And he's one of the nicest guys you would ever meet in the industry.
Yeah.
So, like, yes, he's going to face Andrade tonight. So Andrade is probably a little more serious competitor, but that's what it takes to be an entertainer. And I mean, who knows, right? He said he needs new friends, especially if the Wyatts are there. But we don't know where the Wyatts are or when they're going to make their SmackDown debut. It could be tonight. And this leaves tomorrow open for me with potential surprise entries.
I don't want to.
Oh.
You gotta use whatever you.
Yeah, but what we're complaining about is the fact that it makes sense for him to do it in this sense, walk to the ring of being all cocky and stuff, because he probably thinks he can beat Andrade. But it's when he's got a match against like a wrestler he's uncertain about beating, where he still does that cocky walk to the ring, and he really shouldn't.
But you know what? It's the fact is you've got to go in there. I mean, we all know it. You've got to go in there with that confidence that any given night, anything can happen. You can beat anybody on any given night.
Yeah, well, that was me. I was the biggest wrestler in Sioux area wrestling. So my walk to the ring, yeah, of course I'm going to walk to the ring like I'm going to beat your ass. But I kind of would like to see a little bit of that fear. I kind of like seeing that a little bit of that fear on my opponent's side, you know?
But we do see it when you're getting, like we saw it last week when he's like, SmackDown, the Wyatts are here. So, you get that fear, you get that uncertainty. So when you're going out to the ring,
But did he do it when he fought the Wyatt Six? He didn't. That's what I'm saying, and it was annoying.
oh, I disagree. Personally, I love that he's going out there with that swagger, with that confidence.
Yeah,
Even to the point of arrogance.
I just think he needs a whole new like character, like remake, makeover, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that's the other side too. Is he still portrays himself as the A-lister, and he hasn't done a movie in almost 10 years.
Dude's a Z-lister as far as I'm concerned. Even when he was the A-lister, I thought his movie sucked.
I actually liked his movies. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Signs of the night. Let's see if we can find Bulkster. He was supposed to make a sign. Hey, Turnbuckle Studios. Apparently that kid's 10, and this kid's... That poor kid.
Hey, smart kid.
He tried. You got to give him credit. He tried.
Yeah, he took a shot. But so did the kid playing Kane in the background as well. But okay, I got a compromise for OMD in the Miz's entrances. You can still do the Miz's cocky entrance. Okay.
Yeah.
But then the Wyatt Six music hits. That's where your uncertainty can happen.
Yeah.
Because like now the Miz's could be like feigning that cockiness as he goes to the ring. He's really uncertain about what's going to happen. And we didn't really get that out of the Miz, you know?
See, and where I would think it would be better served is if the Wyatts were already in the ring and then he's coming out with that trepidation as opposed to being the first one out.
Yeah, he would look like Scotty 2 Hotty coming to the ring in the 2001 Royal Rumble when Taker and Kane were left alone in the ring.
Yeah.
That look on Scotty's face, like he had that oh my God, you know?
What I'd like to see is sort of, okay, he's in the ring with waiting for the Wyatts, right? Their music hits. You see him powder before they even get to the ring, and he's already halfway through the crowd, headed back for backstage.
And that's where he bumps into like Joe Gacy or something like that. And Gacy's like, nope, you're going back, bitch. Well, right now we are getting a fantastic start to this match here. And the Miz is like, okay, I gotcha. I believe this is actually the first time these two are actually wrestling each other, because I don't think they wrestled each other during Andrade's previous run with the WWE.
I don't think they did.
Because they were both working heel, if I'm not mistaken, around that time.
Nice. The Miz hit his elbow on the mat.
Yep.
His hand went to sleep on him.
You can see him trying to shake it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That happens to me a lot.
Oh, are we just getting black screen now? That works.
Apparently so.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay. We've got action for those who went to commercial break.
Yep.
Those of you that take the cheap way out.
Yeah.
I'm bugging.
Well, actually, in the U.S., they've got SmackDown still airs on regular TV in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
U.S., so not on Netflix.
Ouch.
So they have actually got commercials for car insurance or whatever.
Yeah. Now, I don't know because I had heard that when everything was happening and they were making the transition to Netflix internationally, that SmackDown would go to Netflix in the States on Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Is that it's going to be thrown up on on Netflix the next day for those who are in the States, but for us here in Canada, it's available right after SmackDown actually comes to an end.
Yep. Yeah, because none of us have bothered to check and see if it's already started up from where it is.
As soon as it ends, you can restart it.
No, but I mean,
Yeah.
like, I'm talking now. Like, to go in now and try and start watching it.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
When I hit the pause button on my Netflix earlier, it asked me, do I want to watch the show from the beginning or watch live again?
Nice.
The only thing you can't do is, like,
Rewind.
I can't download it and take it with me to go to work.
Yeah,
I have to
you won't
wait
be.
to the next
Yeah,
day.
you have to wait till Sunday to do it.
Yeah.
It's 48 hours for download.
Oh, that's right, too. 48, not 24. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
My math wasn't mathing.
Which is not a bad thing, because again, this is the thing I think about with WWE being on Netflix. And let's say, for instance, me, if I'm in the ER with one of my friggin' knee problems again,
Yep.
I kind of wouldn't mind having a PLE to download and watch while I'm in the waiting room, because the waiting rooms are egregiously long here.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it.
Mm-hmm.
I've literally brought a pillow and a blanket.
Oh, dude, I have a backpack just filled with
me too.
my book, one of my handheld gaming systems, a little thing of like those little like little granola bars or little fruit snacks in case I get hungry while I'm there.
Yep.
I have a travel package for the ER.
Yeah.
You remember
And-
the military duffel bags that we used to have?
I miss mine. I miss mine so much.
I still have mine. I walked in with a comforter, a pillow,
Mhm.
food, books, my Switch, drinks with that duffel bag. And the lady's like, "What's in that?" I'm like, "My apartment." 'Cause I'm going to be waiting here forever. Might as well be comfortable.
And it's funny because I had a relative yesterday who went in and had hip surgery.
Ooh.
They went into the hospital at 7:30 in the morning. The surgery was at 10 o'clock. They were sent home at 5:30.
Did they even go in for the surgery?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Because I was going to say that some years ago, I had my gallbladder out, and my surgery to get that out was scheduled for like 7 or 9 o'clock in the morning because I wanted to get it as early as possible and get out of there, you know?
Yep.
The guy before me was scheduled at 7:30, didn't even show up. So there I am waiting till 3 p.m. to have my surgery. Thank God for that travel pack I brought.
Now, this wasn't in town, but yes, my relative went in for hip surgery. 7:30 in the morning. They had the surgery at 10.
Mm-hmm.
And they were sent home at 5:30.
That's crazy.
It's now a day surgery.
Now, is that because things have improved that much for that surgery, or is it just that there's not enough beds and not enough people to take care of you, so now they just like go home?
Just how much things have improved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the knee surgery, they're thinking for me that could very well possibly still come. That's an overnight thing for me for what they're going to do.
What's
Right.
their plan, if I can ask? Full
Mhm.
replacement?
It's going to be both. It might be both a scoop, which means scooping out all the excess crap in there, and a replacement.
Oof.
Jesus.
So it's an overnight. It might be an overnight thing.
Yep.
So in that case, that's where I'm going to bring a book, my phone, so I can watch movies, or maybe even my tablet, or bring my Fire Stick and hook it up to the TV
Right.
in the room and watch my Amazon stuff off there.
It's always an option.
Now, the one thing that sucked when I had my gallbladder surgery is for those type of surgeries, you can't have anything to eat.
For any surgery, you can't
Mhm.
have anything to eat.
Yeah.
When I broke my pinky finger on my right hand a number of years ago, and I was supposed to have it pop back into place and pinned and all of that, they called me
Mhm.
and said the person that was scheduled ahead of you had a muffin at 7 o'clock this morning. Can you come in early for surgery?
Nice.
But I have a
Oh,
friend who
God.
had her gallbladder removed, and they told us that morning. Well, she called. I ended up staying at work,
Yeah. That was
and
a beautiful Spanish fly, by the way.
It was.
she called me at 10 o'clock because I was working overnights. And she's like, "Yeah, they gave me a choice. I can either have the surgery or I can go home. So I'm having the surgery." So I had to finish night shift, go down to I went down to the house just so that I was there so that I could sleep. Went and got her from the hospital, or went to go and get her because the hospital told us, "Oh, yeah, she'll be home or able to go home tonight." We went at 5 o'clock and again at 7:30 to pick her up. And they're like, no, we're keeping her overnight. And I'm like, well, why was I told this morning that she'd be home tonight?
Yes.
That was a little bit of a chaotic finish, but I liked it.
That was awesome. I love seeing it
Andrade
when
takes the
Andrade gets the
win.
win.
Yeah,
does.
Andrade taking the win
Instantly.
over the Miz. That was a good match. That was a really good match.
I think the Miz lost a tooth on that one.
He spat something out.
Holy. Did you see that? I don't know what
I
that
did.
was.
Something went flying down
Wow.
the aisle when he took that elbow.
I hope that was just gum and not a tooth. I mean, not that it's my mouth. I don't care.
The Miz needs Bishop Dyer in his corner.
Well, he's definitely not making friends over here on SmackDown. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Look who's lurking in the background again.
Yeah. I love it. Another segment I could have done without.
Okay, I couldn't tell who that was in the background with
Shinsuke Nakamura
uh
and his U.S. title.
I could see the belt, but I couldn't tell who it was. It was a shadow to me.
I mean, what better way than him teasing his targets again?
Yep.
I mean, last week he had that cryptic promo where he was saying he's got a target in mind.
Yep.
Oh, 3 minutes.
All right. So we looked into going to Chris Van Fleet on the 28th of February.
Yes.
We were just going to do the regular general admission $45 tickets, not the $100 VIP.
Yeah.
We're not able to go just due to the fact that one of the people going doesn't get off work until 4:30 and the show starts at 5.
Damn.
Bummer.
That's a real bummer considering who's scheduled.
Well, that's the Monday show is Hurt Syndicate. Because he's doing 2 shows in Toronto that weekend. He's doing the Friday and the Monday. However,
home Monday.
Yep. However, as he just announced today, he does have an interview dropping with Penta.
Yes, he does. I got to go back and listen to that interview with Jordan Grace again, though.
Right?
I started to listen to it last night, but I fell asleep. So when it comes to Chris Van Vliet and his podcast, I'd like to be awake when I'm listening to his full shows.
I mean, it usually helps when you're doing anything like that to be awake.
Well, there are certain podcasts that I do put on that actually help me fall asleep. So, and they're podcasts that I mostly listened to before. So,
So we got hit with a bit of a surprise band for Upheaval today.
Oh.
And it's a band called Vended. It is a super group of metal superstars kids.
Okay.
this isn't Corey Taylor's son's band, is it? I know. I as soon as I heard the name, I'm like, yeah, that's Corey Taylor's son's band.
Yep.
They're good. They're really good.
Robert Trujillo's son is in the band.
Mm-hmm. They're good. They're really good. I like them.
Yeah. So that's actually now really the third act I'm intrigued by.
Oh, okay, good.
Have you had a chance to listen to them?
Not yet.
Most of their stuff is on Spotify right now, so
I don't have Spotify.
I just signed up for it. It's not that bad.
Bulkster, I didn't know I wanted Damien versus Fatu until tonight. Well,
Right? I mean, that's kind of all of us, dude.
yeah.
yeah. So we got some news regarding who's coming on the next CWE tour as well. And this
Aside from Mr.
this was no, I'm trying to get to it, Bubba. This was reported on the Bubba Duke Show Facebook page. We are getting the masterpiece Chris Masters coming to the Sioux.
Oh, I thought there was somebody else.
No, that's
Like,
who I'm
other than?
mentioning. Yeah. That's why I was trying to shut you up so I can say it.
Ow.
I'm excited for this one.
You know what? I'm pretty excited because the last time Mr. Masters was here in town, there was an unfortunate delay, but
Mhm.
he did an impromptu Q&A, which was phenomenal. Like, he pulled guys out of the back and was like, get out here, we're going to ask questions and answer questions, and we're going to have
Yeah.
lots of fun with the fans. And he made it seem like the ring was there, but not there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't, he just kind of gave that feeling like, I don't care if there's a ring here. I don't care if I'm getting paid to do this. Like, I don't care. I'm here for you guys. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, and to answer the Bulkster's question, the crowd is wild tonight. We are totally hearing the crowd. They are just eating up everything that's being fed to you.
Oh,
If
Bulkster's
you
right
are
there. Hold your title up,
I
Buck.
saw Bulkster's
See his
flash
title?
that belt up, Bulkster. Yep.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, buddy.
But yeah, the crowd noise is really transitioning well on live TV.
I thought I was kind of bummed out that they were moving to Netflix for the simple fact I thought we were going to lose the crowd, because I know the crowd helps a lot of like us getting into it.
Mm-hmm. Hoping for
But
Disco
holy
Inferno
crap.
tomorrow.
Hmm?
So the same guy who held up the deer pellet sign earlier is wanting Disco Inferno to be in the Royal Rumble tomorrow night.
Oh, dude, that'd be epic.
I don't think he can go anymore. OMD, you're muted, man.
He knows.
Glenn Gilberti to win it all.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I don't think he can go anymore, to be honest with you, though. I'm not
Wasn't he
sure.
just in AEW doing something?
I don't know. He's got that podcast with Conan. That's keeping him pretty busy right now.
Gotta give her. No, you didn't. Let's go. Oh, and then that, yeah. Bailey. Hell no. What? Whoa,
Okay, this is something I could easily get behind. I mean, I've wanted to see Candice LeRae in the title picture for a long time now.
Oh, the audio's a little off for me. There we go. I got it back on now. Bulkster's holding that can. Every time the camera goes by him, he's holding that belt up. Uh-oh.
Damn. Damn, the way she took that. Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry, but that was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, poor Candice looked like a bug on a window.
Okay, so the way I can see if Tiffy is going to be in a title match at Mania is if we get her and Nia, perhaps.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Because I don't think I would be opposed to Nia winning the Royal Rumble either.
No, me neither.
No, I mean, wow.
Now, I'm wondering now, have you got either of you guys heard the name of Shotzi, Tatum Paxley, and Gigi Dolan's new group on NXT?
I think I
No.
did. I just don't remember it.
It's a bit of a throwback because they are now Toxic Attraction.
Oh.
Could we see any of them in the Rumble tomorrow?
Sorry, it's Gigi, Shotzi, and who again?
Tatum Paxley.
I mean, I wouldn't be too opposed if all three of them at some point get involved, but we've been getting that every year where it's like one or two people from NXT coming up, right? So
Yeah. But I do find it interesting that they're bringing back the Toxic Attraction name, especially given the...
Well, Gigi was a part of the original version.
She was, but what happened the other day online from Mandy Rose on her podcast because of what Tiffany said last week.
I didn't know Mandy had a podcast.
Yeah. Mandy and Tino have a podcast. But last week when Tiffany said, put some respect on my name, it lit a fire under Mandy Rose the other day on her podcast.
Well, I mean, we talk about possible Rumble returns, and Mandy's talked about the idea of coming back to the ring.
She has. The thing I am really enjoying about this with Jacob and Tama now that Solo is on his hiatus and Tongaloa is out, they're not doing the ones. There's no mention of it being the new bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
Our friend Mr. Parrish coming in asking, how are we enjoying SmackDown? We are loving it, bro. How does it feel being there?
Yeah, I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah, it's definitely intense. You could tell there's a pay-per-view coming up.
Well, this is the go home show, and I
That's
mean,
what I'm saying. Like, you could tell.
this for a go home show, I'm gonna say has blown Raw out of the water this week.
Okay.
Well, I think that's a bit of a reach because Raw was also a fantastic show as well.
Raw was good, but I think this show has just amped it up.
And the funny sign that I saw as Damien's walking by. Hey Vegas, will you chant USA for Brett at WrestleMania again? Because in the match between Brett and Yoko at WrestleMania 9, the crowd started chanting USA. Neither of them are from the US.
Nope.
And here we go. All four men brawling right away.
Wow.
Damn. What a way to start the match.
I'm just thinking you're not going to get it. That's why. Wow. There's a poster out there that says, I love you, Fatu. That's probably Bulkster. It's not, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
that would be a thing he would do.
Nah, he'd probably make a sign that says, I love chicken parm.
Or Chicken Palm King with an arrow.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be the chicken parm champion.
Whatever. Either way, it'd be funny.
I wonder if has anybody told Bulkster about when he comes up here, he's got to go to Swiss Chalet and have a chicken parm sandwich. Because that's the newest thing that they're shelling over there right now.
Is it?
Yep. I'm almost tempted to try it myself because I too am a chicken parm guy.
You couldn't pay me enough to go to Swiss Chalet to eat anything.
And why not?
The last time I went there to eat, I ended up with food poisoning. So that's strike 1, 2, and 3. I had to go to the hospital. It was that bad.
Yeah, that's the same thing with me and any Pizza Hut except for the one Pizza Hut that Carl and I visited when we went to Toronto for SummerSlam, and that Pizza Hut's no longer around. So now
Yeah.
all the Pizza Huts.
Yeah. Could understand that.
Because it all started like back for me in like '99 when I went on a trip to Newmarket. We ordered Pizza Hut there. Got food poisoning that day. That whole weekend I was there.
Horrible.
So I'm like, okay, that's enough of that. 2004, Carl and I went to a Pizza Hut in Toronto. Fine, that was good. And then the 3 times I tried the Pizza Hut up here when it came back, forget it. Food poisoning every time. So I'm like, yep, I'm done. Pizza Hut's out of the question.
See, I just find our Pizza Hut here with all but one pizza, they're all just way too dry and flavorless.
Yeah, that's why nowadays if I want a cheap pizza, I go to Little Caesars now. And I've had no problems with Little Caesars.
Yeah.
I do pizza quite a bit because they have killer boneless wings.
I used to do pizza when it was in when it was a part of the theater. Actually.
Yeah. Dude, I got a chicken. It was like the size of a nugget. It was huge. It was like that.
Was it the size of the big boot that Jacob Fatu just ate?
Just about.
I got the wings from Pizza across the street from work a while back. And they asked me if I wanted breaded or boneless. I got the breaded.
Yeah.
And I mean, I waited 10 minutes for them, but they were fantastic.
Right?
I can't wait to make wings in my air fryer.
Oh, dude, you're going to love them.
Yeah.
Have you done chicken tendies?
I did. It was one of
And
the first
Dominic
things I
didn't
cooked.
Whoa! What an elbow.
The air he got on that, eh?
I want him to mess up and do Eli Drake.
Oh, God.
I can see him doing that with the TNA partnership if it does translate over to the main roster and they ask him to come over.
Yep.
He can come out and be like, yo, you know my name is LA Knight, but for one night only, it's going to be Eli Drake.
That would be funny. Why did my audio go out?
Mine went out too.
Okay.
And it's because they're in commercial break.
I didn't even see that up top. I was just like, audio? Hello? There we go.
Yeah, what a nice sound to come back to. The slam of the canvas.
When's Tamatonga's tag team partner supposed to come back?
He's down for a little while too.
Yeah.
What happened there?
He got hurt shoulder or something at War
Yeah.
Games.
Okay, I couldn't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah, it was the same match Bronson Reed got hurt in too. He tore up all kinds of stuff in his foot.
Yeah,
was
and apparently
right
Bronson Reed is teasing something huge for tomorrow.
Even though the reports of his injury are stating that he's not due back till SummerSlam.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if it was me, I would be like, tape that foot up, do something, keep it stable. I'm going to the Rumble.
With how bad his foot injury was, there was just no way. Not even taping it up would have worked.
I know, but optimism, Mr. Best, optimism.
Oh, I know.
Like, I wouldn't care what I'd have to do. Just tape it, cut it off, give me whatever. Like, I'm going to the Rumble.
Yeah, because there was a time I remember it was the 2006 Royal Rumble, the one Rey Mysterio won.
Mm-hmm.
And during that match, Booker T showed up, and Booker T was off recovering from a torn quad. All they did was they had him come in, get eliminated right away. So he was just more so there for a filler spot because they probably didn't have enough names for the Rumble, you know?
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You still
got his payday.
Yep.
He got his payday.
That's where I'd be at with it. Just let me be there.
Oh, Tamatonga just tearing at his nose there. Charles Robinson is the referee here, and it still blows my mind just how long he's been a part of the whole entire wrestling industry.
Right.
This is 31 years, if I'm not mistaken, that he's been a part of the wrestling business, because I'm pretty sure he came to the WCW in like 94, 95-ish.
Wow.
Well, 96 would be 31 years. So
your math is way wrong. We're not in 2027.
Okay, 29 years.
Yeah. But I said like 94, 95 he made his debut. I can't remember exactly when it was.
Yeah, me neither. And still hasn't lost his hair.
No. But it actually surprised me because I didn't realize how long he'd actually been in the business until the other day when I decided to watch SummerSlam 2001. And he was all over that show as a referee.
Yeah.
He actually reffed The Rock and Booker T, the main event that night.
Oh, wow.
24 years ago. Just think that's how long ago the invasion angle was. Because that's how he came to the WWF, as part of the invasion angle.
Yep.
Him and Nick Patrick and Earl Hebner's son Brian.
I don't ever remember Brian being in WWE.
Oh, he was there for a while. He was there until Earl got fired.
And Nick Patrick didn't stick around WWE very long. I think he sort of went out when the invasion angle ended.
He left in like 06, 07. He was there for a while.
Wow.
Just went for a backslide across that table, did you, Tama?
Did nobody inform Damian Priest that kicking or hitting Samoans in the head just doesn't do anything? Did he miss that memo?
He
did.
must have. But picking him up and throwing him down like he did to both of them, that worked.
Yeah, it tends to. Oh, we're going old school Taker right here.
Yep. Oh, modified it.
That was cool.
You ever see when Taker used to do that in WCW? He used to walk right out to the middle of the rope, the top rope, and then do it. And he would do it without holding anybody's hand. It was an elbow drop that he would do off of that.
Yep. Has anybody watched Lance Archer do it?
I might have, but I don't recall it.
He does it. He goes out to the middle holding the hand and then hits a hurricanrana.
Oh, geez.
Uh-oh.
But I remember a story from Taker where he says that, like, where he used to do that and he would do the elbow drop. I think it was like Arn Anderson told him, he's like, "Do you want a long career in this industry, kid? Don't do that move." Because the way he
was already limping at that point.
Yeah, because because the way he would land that elbow drop, he'd land flat on his ass, you know?
Yep. He told that story on 6 Feet Under.
Yep.
Where's LA Knight?
I kind of lost track as to where he was. He's knocked out ringside somewhere, but where at ringside is he?
There he is.
There he is.
What? That's 5 times now he said that in this broadcast.
Said what? I don't have commentary on.
Tingle in his loins.
All right. Who said that? Wade?
Wade. That's the 5th time now he said that tonight.
Yeah, but Wade was really the first guy to welcome LA Knight to WWE and NXT because they'd had history in NWA.
Whoa. So Side of Heaven coming up, maybe? So the way I see this finish coming is Tama's going to take the pin because you want to keep Jacob strong. Because I do feel like Damian and LA are going to take the win here because Damian needs to prove his dominance on SmackDown now.
Yep.
Nice. That's awesome. Which is where? Nowhere to be found.
Uh-oh. Charles getting the hell out of there.
Jeez.
That Samoan drop, man. And Damian's no light dude, that's for sure.
No.
Again. Jeez.
Next
what a way to
Friday,
end the
yeah.
Right?
Again. 2 weeks in a row now. This guy going crazy on people.
Which again leaves me to wonder: is he the one that gets that dominant spot in the Rumble where he comes in and throws out like 5 or 6 dudes? You know?
Yeah.
The Kane spot, as we called it before when we were kids.
The Diesel spot, not the Kane spot.
Or Diesel. Kane did it too.
Yeah, but Diesel actually was one of the first ones to do it, especially in the '94 Rumble, where he just came out and threw out 7 guys in a row before Macho Man actually gave him a fight.
Jeez.
But nothing
I
will
mean,
top
like-
the Brock Lesnar spot where he did half the half the.
That annoyed me. As much as that was impressive, I hated that, you know? I'm just not a fan of one guy throwing out half of the Royal Rumble, you know? But when Drew came out and the amount of heat that Lesnar was getting off of that made sense. So when Drew came out and that elimination happened, Drew became the biggest babyface that night.
Yeah.
And even Bubba will agree with me, agree on that one.
Yep.
Even when he won in the final two, eliminating Roman, because Roman was getting booed out of the building too, despite being a babyface.
Yep.
But on that note, guys, what did you guys think of this go home show tonight?
Can't wait for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm
This show got the juices flowing. I'm ready. Can it be 6 p.m. tomorrow yet? I want my weekend to start.
Right. I'm pumped. I can't wait.
I mean,
again, we didn't get any more announcements for who's going to be officially in the Rumble.
No.
I'm loving it because I like the surprise, the element.
and that's fine by me for the guy who still has to work on the intro for the show tomorrow. Luckily,
Right?
luckily, I do plan to get up early enough that I can do it. I've already got my clips already set aside. I just got to put it all together.
Right. Have you pre-recorded Saturday Night Gaming yet?
Oh, I did that last weekend.
You did
last
that,
Saturday.
yeah.
Nice.
I did that. I did the live show and then taped it right after. That was the 6 hours I did in total last week because I did
Yeah.
Yeah, I did 2 hours of the live Saturday afternoon gaming. Then I pre-recorded tomorrow's episode, and then I did Saturday night's main event afterwards.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude, he was burned.
So, yeah, that Sunday I needed off.
Yeah, no kidding.
But altogether, I had a lot of fun doing that 6 hours because I'm craving to play some more Red Dead Redemption, although I don't really want to without spoiling. Or
Right.
play more of the story mode side of things because I can still play online. But on that note, guys, let's showcase our socials, starting with you, Mr. Bubba.
Yeah, catch me on YouTube at Bubba OMD and over on Twitch land there, Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke. I am playing a couple games that are single player there just to check them out. So catch me there. I'm not on regular schedule. I just kind of when I have time.
Yep.
Oh,
All right. Give me 1 second here.
You're on the clock.
time's up. You blew it. I'll find it.
OMD, where can the people find you?
People, you can
Sorry,
find me
I was
on my link tree, linktr.ee/OMD show. If you want to see me visually, right back here tomorrow night with the PLE Patrol for the Royal Rumble with these two crazies above me. It's going to be all out fun.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
Best where can
And
people
before
find
we get
you?
before we get to my socials, I would like to actually present my sponsor, which is swiftenergy.gg. Go there, use the promo code CBRS Gaming, get 25% off every order. Swift Energy has some of the most delicious energy drinks you could possibly find on the web. So again, use that promo code CBRS Gaming to get 25% off every single one of your orders. And if you want to find out more about the Turnbuckle affiliation program, guys, as we had showcased earlier in the night our show, visit the affiliation program.my.canva.site, where you will gather all kinds of information on how to become a podcaster. You'll be able to reach out to us to get that information. Plus, you'll find information about all of our shows that we have on the Turnbuckle platform. But if you want to find me at my socials, you can find me at my link tree, which is lanktr.ee/Chris_best83. And OMD, what are those famous words we like to go out on?
Ladies and gentlemen, in the immortal words of Carl Carafel, the world is a scary place. Take care of each other. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, to those of you out there, wherever you are, good night, good luck. We out.
I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow.
Fading away, you look so great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd.
Pressure is your best enemy. Spotlights show what I wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack. You're just